Good morning. Welcome back to the Nudelberg Daily Huddle. We are here. We are alive. This hurricane business is kind of creepy, man. You just don't
Sun
know
is shining today. That's all I can tell you.
where it's going or what it's doing or what it's going to take out in its path. The pier in Lauderdale Lakes is no more. Lauderdale by the Sea is no more.
Yeah, the storm surge. I think Vero got it the worst as far as direct contact, but the rest of the state's about to get real wet, is what I can tell you. Because we got rain, like it didn't hit until last night, which was early Thursday morning, but it started raining Tuesday night. So like it was a full 24 hours plus of just constant water.
So what's interesting is you don't know who's working, who's not working. Schools are open, businesses are closed, open. Who the hell knows? So here's a new announcement direct from the Nudelberg Daily Huddle. Just goodbye, good night. See you later. Today has been canceled.
Jonathan Aarons, the airport in Fort Lauderdale is fine. We got wet. That's all we got. So not bad wind or anything.
Got erosion, high surge. It seems that this happens when there's high tide. So like the beach is now in front of the stores
on A1A. A1A just became beachfront property. So
crazy shit. I want to mention to our GOTB live call. We've been doing it now for 13 weeks. We have a group of 50 people who have, signed up. That was an experiment for us. I will tell you, as the moderator, yesterday was the most fun I had doing it.
Yeah, it was great. We covered a few topics. We covered 3 topics total. They were basic, fundamental topics. But I thought my opinion of what made it so great was we got to get everybody's perspective on that fundamental. Correct. We got to kind of lay it out there for conversation and give it, our perspective on it and how to apply it. But, to hear everybody get in the conversation about it was really awesome. And then obviously Randy Ostrow with the absolute dinger of a recommendation or a recommendation at the beginning of the call was awesome.
So, when someone's willing to be vulnerable in a group like that, that's how everybody learns. Everybody sees everybody. And so a couple of comments, Helen Quinn, Eileen from Aflac, who said, this is their midweek cheerleading call.
Yeah.
Brought a big smile to me, So Dan, Les, all you guys, Randy, just thanks for being there, man. It's a pleasure to work with you guys. James, bummed you missed it too, but we did send you notes. There'll be new and exciting stuff happening with that group and others along that line. That was a litmus.
Michelle says yesterday meeting was fantastic. I want more. Oh, there is more coming. We can promise you that. There is excited about the future of what that group will look like and what it is. Right, Helen Quinn, my pep rally.
So anyway, great stuff. We're going to continue some of that dialogue this morning. Got a couple of cool videos, Tony Robbins and Brad Lee. Tony Robbins, you all know. Brad Lee, you may not know, but Mark and Jake have been working very closely with Brad Lee to produce our newest opportunity for 2023. Let's get to some wake-up music and get to hear what those guys have to say. Wake up, everybody! Two shout outs before we get to the content. One, Matt DiGregorio is back in the huddle this morning. One of the things I talk about, and I basically based my whole career about it, I created a term for it that we actually got trademarked called arrangementship. The ability to introduce people to somebody who can influence their life is an unbelievable gift. Not everybody can do it. Not everybody cares. Matt DiGregorio is a master at it. If you have not had coffee with him, please do. He has referred me to a couple of incredible people that I wouldn't have met in any other way. I can't wait till he asks me. He's done it all without asking me to introduce anybody, but that's the quality. That's when you know you have great people. So,
and Matt's done a great job of increasing his LinkedIn content. I've enjoyed his shares and I've enjoyed what he's put out there. So Matt, great job to you, and keep up the good work.
So awesome stuff there. Tomorrow, we have another friend joining us, Aiken Huddle, who those who are sports fans know that he played at Purdue, then played for the Cowboys, played right here in Miami. He is now a local business person and a great friend and chairs the committee with me for our JA Ultimate Night Out on Monday night. So he's going to come by tomorrow, talk about the event, talk about Channing Crowder joining us. Channing Crowder has one of the top podcasts out there. The
Pivot Podcast.
The Pivot Podcast. And so Channing will actually be doing a version of his podcast from our event Monday night. So we'll talk football, we'll talk all that stuff, we'll talk charity. But for today, give me Tony Robbins.
First thing I do is jump in that cold plunge. So there's not a fucking morning where I want to jump in that. I can't remember mornings like, I can't wait to jump in that thing. But I don't negotiate with myself. You know how people negotiate, well, maybe we'll do it tomorrow, we'll do this, or oh, maybe like 2 more minutes till I'm ready. There's none of that shit with me. For decades, I go, I say, we do. I'm not here to discuss this shit with my mind. There's mind, and then there's soul and spirit. And soul and spirit, my soul fucking knows. And when I say jump, you fucking jump. I'm not here to have a discussion with you.
So, a little angry.
Thanks, Tony.
But that like totally nails where we were yesterday about managing the voices in your head. You know, a lot of our conversation was, we have a talk track that's going to keep us from our destiny. It's fact, no matter who you are, what you do, whatever. So understanding that most of the time you're not going to feel like doing it. I did not feel like getting in the gym this morning and putting on a 40-pound weight. I'm telling you, I didn't feel like it, man. Yesterday was like a lull. But, you know, you see guys like that, and the takeaway is to learn not to negotiate with yourself.
It's not to not listen to that other side of the voice, because for me, the biggest thing is always waking up, right? Waking up early. Like, it's a habit and I enjoy the benefits of it, but I hate doing it. Like, there's not a morning that I pop out of bed at 4:20, like, all right, I'm ready to go. Like, every day at 4:20, I got to discipline myself to say, get up because of the things you want to do. And the things you want are on the other side of getting up. If you do not get up, you can't get the things that you want. So for me, you know, it's not always like, there's lots of things that I enjoy to do. I enjoy going to the gym. Going to the gym's not a struggle for me, but it is the getting up early and getting myself to get there that it's like, all right. And then in the middle of a set, you know, or it's prospecting, it's doing the research. It's when I'm knee deep in research and really trying to find some new conversations and putting in the work to create some new connections. A lot of times it's like, why am I doing this? There's that little bitch inside of my head that goes, stop, starts nagging and starts like trying to tell me that like what I'm doing is worthless. And I got to tell it like, no, dude.
This is unscripted. I cannot believe that you used that reference. Shay, give me Bradley to drive this home.
Oh, you mean I actually have to get up at 4:30 in the morning and stop eating freaking pancakes? Because I love pancakes. Well, maybe I'll just have pancakes 3 days a week. A little something's better than nothing, right? Now I'm negotiating with myself like I'm a bitch. Like what I wanted is not okay. What I wanted was to get in kick shape, but now the bitch voice, because we got two voices in our heads, guys, bitch and boss. And the boss voice wants what's best for you, and the bitch voice does not. It's telling you not to do what you already intuitively know you need to do. You silence and you freaking unleash the boss.
So for me,
That's funny. That's funny.
unleash the boss. Like, I can't believe you said that voice, because getting up early, doing the kind of, you instinctively know it's going to help. You know, there isn't anybody that we're coaching that is like saying, I really have no idea what to do.
Right.
I just landed on the planet. I have no clue. Like,
Right.
how to do this stuff. How do I live on this planet? There isn't that. There is process. There's discipline. You know, there's all of the accountability that we do not learn. That's the stuff that makes everybody great. It's like, yeah, you know, like Jay says, and I love Jay. Are we nuts? Yeah, we're nuts.
Well, so the other thing I would say is that, like, it's the voice that makes you think that there's a choice, or it's the voice that makes you think that there's an option, right? Like what Brad just said about the pancakes. You know, like, I got to stop eating pancakes if I want to get in the shape that I get. Well, then the option voice goes, well, you could just have pancakes like 3 times a week. Because if you have it 3 times a week, then, you know, you're doing 4 days, and you start to negotiate in your head a way to be able and rationalize a way to do the thing that you're not supposed to do. So it comes back to that mental discipline of not negotiating with it and choosing to do the thing that you know you're supposed to do.
So this comes up with every person that we coach in LinkedIn. We said, listen, you know, you got to post every day.
All right.
It's a fundamental. This is how it works. I didn't make up the rules. I just learned them. You got to do it every day. So then I'll hear, is it okay if I do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday?
Right.
Like, what the fuck didn't you understand about it? Like, you know, like, seriously, come on. You know, so if you do it every day, I know what's on the other side. You don't.
Right.
If you don't eat pancakes every day, we know what's on the other side. We know you get leaner, faster, smarter by what you eat.
That's the thing. Like, and there's the statement to me that embodies all of that is you can have whatever you want as long as you're willing to give up whatever it takes to get that. So, like, Jonathan Aaron says, you know, nope, there is no way I'm not eating pancakes. Excellent. Then you know that there is no way that you're going to be a fitness model or a fitness, you know, whatever. Like, you know what the trade-off is. Like, great, I either want to have the thing that's on the other side of that, or it's okay, I'll eat pancakes, but I'm only gonna, you know, I know where the range is that I'm gonna be able to get nutritionally or physically or whatever the goal is.
So Jonathan Aarons flew past the fitness model right into porn. He went right. It's all good, man. Eat all the pancakes you want. It's all good. But Randy Ostrow talks about Kobe. You know, God rest his soul. He did talk about this negotiating with yourself. And so it's so fantastic when I get asked about negotiating. The first negotiation you have is with your brain.
Yeah.
And if it wins, you don't get the results. So What a fabulous, conversation yesterday. Everybody was engaged. Super excited about what's coming next year. We got more good stuff. We can stay on this topic if you want, but we'll decide that afterwards. I have unbelievable motivational music this morning for anyone that can tell me who all the members of the band and the name. You get all the swag you want. Well.
Being beat up and battered around, being sent up and I've been shut down. You're the best thing that I've ever found. Handle me with care. Reputation changeable, situations tolerable, but baby you're adorable. Handle me with care. I'm so tired of being lonely. I still have some love to give. Won't you show me that you really care? Everybody's got somebody to lean on. Put your body next next to mine and dream on. I've been bumped up and I've been fooled. I've been robbed and ridiculed in daycare centers and night schools. Handle me with care.
Woo!
So I had three. I knew immediately the name of the band only because Mom and you both huge Tom Petty fans.
Right.
So I don't get to the Traveling Wilburys without knowing Tom Petty.
And what's interesting is that every guy brought somebody to the, if you were a fan of,
So right. So to me, the three that were just like you have to know is Roy Orbison because his name is just his voice is just so
and the
recognizable.
words that they had him sing were lonely, and he
Right.
doesn't song Only the Lonely.
And Bob Dylan would have been the other one. So I knew Bob Dylan, I knew Roy Orbison, I knew Tom Petty. I did not know the other two. I didn't know George Harrison was in
So
there.
George Harrison, fantastic, unbelievable career, obviously as a Beatle and afterwards. And then my favorite in that whole thing is Jeff Lynne, who started ELO. So,
Right.
And Jeff Lynne was the founder of the Traveling Wilburys. He pulled all those guys together. So shout out to Melissa. Melissa, whatever you want in swag. Chris.
No, Chris can't get it. Chris was one name short.
Who did he forget?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Chris denied.
Tough crowd, man. So I beg you, all of you, to just Google Traveling Wilburys and listen to some of their music. There's one called The Devil in the Details or something like that. Just The Devil in My Backyard. Woo! Just
Great
a
stuff.
real indictment on corporate America. Great stuff. Great storytelling. So thank you for playing. But any of you guys that want swag, make sure you reach out to, Shay. We'll send you, tell me something good. We'll send you Daily Huddle, all of that kind of stuff. So now that we are on, wait, who was the drummer? I don't know.
I do not know either.
He was
Scott Oglesby with
what his name was? Scott Oglesby. You're a pain in the ass. You know that?
Coming in with some
great
trivia.
Alex. That's great, guys.
Great.
That's great.
Great start to the day.
That is super, super engagement. So on this day, here's more trivia. On this day in 1983, Bill Gates introduced Windows.
Wow.
Think about how that human being changed the direction of just about everything we do, everything we're involved in. He was one of those outliers that you look back on. Look at Michelle. Jim
Geltner. Wow.
When I do Jeopardy, I want to do teams.
Okay, well, we found Michelle's lane, right? Because we are in Michelle's lane right
Woo!
now.
She has a Traveling Wilbury shirt, hat. She was a
I love it.
So anyway, so back to Bill Gates. Bill Gates is one of those iconic people who changed the world. Wouldn't you know that his ex-wife is changing the world as well? I don't know if people know this, but Mackenzie. I'm sorry, that's Mackenzie. That's Bezos.
Yeah, you're thinking of Bezos' wife.
Yeah, but they too have a foundation where they have like 10 people that put in $1 billion and whatever.
Jonathan Aarons with a great line. How did people see outside of their houses before Bill Gates? Excellent comedy.
That could be historic. That line could be the best line in all of Huddle history.
Well done, Jonathan. But the thing I like to think about, the thing that really strikes me when I think about the fact that 83 was when like Windows was introduced and the world really started to be revolutionized by the computer. Like that was 40 years ago, right? It's gonna be 40 years ago. But the rate of change, you think about what computers did from 83 to 93, 93 to 2003, but then think about all that's happened between 2003 and 2023. the rate of change only gets faster.
Correct.
Right? Like the
Right.
speed of the change and the rate at which the environment has changed and behavior has changed and people have changed only gets faster as we continue to move along the spectrum.
So Bill Gates and Warren Buffett are really good friends. They share a lot of the same philosophies. One of the, so there was when Bill Gates first met Warren Buffett, Gates's mother asked everyone around the table to share the single most important factor to their success. I'm taking guesses because Gates and Buffett gave the same answer.
So we're taking guesses on what the answer was. One word?
So here it is again. Gates's mother asked everyone around the table to share the single most important factor to their success.
I think I know, but I mean, I don't know.
Take a guess.
So part of me wants to say it's the word no, but it's not the word no.
So that is a part of it. That is an extension of it. Very good. Because that's Warren Buffett's thing.
Right.
Warren Buffett says,
power of no.
I'll do that next week. I'll go back to the power of no. Warren Buffett said, just say no to everything. Say
great guesses coming in here. So Randy Ostrow, relationships, I think was a great guess. Humility from Jonathan Aarons. Family, reading, risks. What is it? I said no.
The word is focus.
Focus. Lori Salrulo says self-awareness. Great answer.
Word is focus, which, by the way, all of the people that responded, you focus on humility. You focus on reading. You focus on risk, self-awareness. Focus, because we live in a world then, now, and to your point about how fast things are changing, that is an interruption culture. We get interrupted all the time. We're constantly, disrupting and bing, dong, bang, boom. It is
notifications,
dizzying the amount of interruptions. And if you live in a culture, in a work environment where people just walk in your door and do all that kind of stuff, can't get shit done. Focus is a very, very difficult thing to do. That's why if you get good at it, right? I am focusing the next 15 minutes on such. 15 minutes on such. That's why strategic time blocking. Thank you, Nancy, yesterday for bringing up Robin Sharma. You take focus and strategic time blocking, you put it together. So lots of great stuff. We had two amazing people this morning. Tony Robbins, his stuff is amazing. Bradley, give us a quick indication of what it's like working with Bradley.
It's awesome. We were on the phone yesterday, him and I, just ensuring that we're aligned and what he is, regardless of what you see of him in social media and his brand, he is a true educator at heart. Wow. And what he built in order to help other people create great educational experiences and develop communities around it. It's been a blast to work with him, and I'm super excited for what we have to offer coming up here very, very shortly.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too, because this is a place I probably wouldn't take the company. Just don't have the patience or the skill sets.
You know what it's really about for me is focus.
Yeah.
It's really about focus.
And when you talk about the experience, learning that's not a good experience is a drag. That's how, that's where the school system is left behind. That's where JA is changing that paradigm, teaching kids, Nancy at Take Stock, changing the way kids experience, education. So what a great show. Thank you. Tomorrow, as I said, Aiken Udale, he is twice my size, 3 times Mark's size, man. So he's going to come on, kick some ass, talk about our event Monday night at JA. It's at Hard Rock. If you haven't gotten a seat or a table,
too late.
Too late. Call me, man. We'll squeeze you in next time.
Try to figure out a way to get you into a table.
Here's what's even better. Mrs. Shea is making an appearance on Monday night. So Danielle Shea will be in the house.
It's going to be a family affair.
It's all good stuff. We'll have fun friends, raising, doing good things. We'll see you tomorrow.
Let's get down to business.
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you